Okay, now I want to talk to you about your new business, you know, the Grand Bar and Grill. Now, you've grew up where in Hamilton your whole life, basically? Okay, but where'd you grow up at? Like, born, like, what part of Hamilton were you born at?
East side.
East side of Hamilton? And what was your experiences growing up in, like, in Hamilton stuff? Like, basically, what was some of your childhood memories?
Pretty good, really.
Oh. So anyway, I was going to talk to you about your bar and grill. You said you've been into the kind of like the business of opening bars. You started basically a couple years out of high school. Like you opened up your first place when you were 21. Did you like call like the city or anything like that, or what? I mean, how did that come about? Yeah, you called the city, say, hey, I want a license or something to open up a business, or did you meet somebody who kind of had connections? How did you open your first business? Tell us all about it.
It came up for sale, and I had been working as a broker, and I had money saved, and a friend of mine was a little bit older than me, had some money saved, and we went to his vending company, and we bought the business, and we took over, and from there, then I sold my half back to him, and bought two of my own in Hamilton. And
well, I'd talk to you about I like to talk about kind of like each business you've had prior. Tell us about your first business here, your first thing here when you joined in with this person. That's kind of a big thing in your life, being 21, opening up a business. That's a real big thing. I mean, tell us about this first business you guys opened up.
It was a hole in the wall in Cincinnati and Elmwood, and we made it a happening little spot.
And was this like located near UC? University of Cincinnati,
yeah,
or?
It's right on Fine Street in Elmwood.
Fine Street in Elmwood. Now, what kind of stuff kind of you had there? You had like music or drinking, or what kind of stuff?
Dancing.
Dancing.
We had put a volleyball court in.
A volleyball court, really? How popular was that?
That was real popular.
Real popular volleyball court. I mean, how often did you play the volleyball course, and how many people actually like play tonight?
Every day.
And so this is basically was it like a Great Lodge kind of place almost? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. It was just
a little bar.
Little bar. Now, okay, now, and like, how many drinks did you like serve there? Like, what kind of drinks did you like serve there and stuff like that?
Everything.
I mean, everything, every kind of mixture, every kind of.
It had been a bar for a lot of years, and then I finally got it, sold it, and moved on to two more.
Two more bars.
And then I just kept branching out, and then finally I had 5 of them at once, and now I have none, but I'm getting ready to open my 6th grand finale. Grand Illusions is my grand finale retirement.
Grand finale is your Grand Illusion. Grand Illusions is your basically big retirement. You've had like, now, all your business have been bars, right?
No.
Okay, now which was it? Now, let's about the one that was not. What was the other one? Well,
I had Ohio Biometric Solutions, where I did BCI and FBI background checks.
Really? You did FBI and...
I currently own Con Angel's Pen Pals website, where I do inmate pen pals, inmate profiles, and to get pen pals for them, like, kind of like writeaprisoner.com.
Did you ever have like people who like, did you ever help, talking about you did FBI checks, did you ever like help like bust a lot of people? Like, you know what I'm saying, about people away or whatever? Did you ever like help bust some serious criminals, or help bust some serious criminals?
I've turned in a lot of scam artists from Malaysia to the FBI and different organizations that are trying to scam money off of Americans.
And how did you get? I mean, is that like a kind of a tough job to get, like FBI wise? Is that like really?
Yes.
I mean, how tough was it for you to kind of get that job? I mean, I
started my own business doing the BC, doing background checks for like nursing agencies and stuff, and it didn't fly because they're more interested nowadays in the drug testing than they are the background checks. So the state wouldn't agree to let me expand into the drug testing, even though the city people, Child Children's Service, and people were calling me wanting drug testing and not the background check. So they took my business.
Oh, wow.
I did it for a year, and they took it. It was funded by the Rehabilitative Service Commission, and they took it because it didn't become self-sufficient because of that reason. Everything they promised me never came through. All the contracts never came through.
Okay.
And the contracts I had went somewhere else. I only had a few big ones, and they went somewhere else, cheaper.
FBI? You're talking about you did
I just did background check, FBI background checks.
Well, how tough? Well, I mean, how tough was it for the FBI to, like, you worked for them, right? The FBI did?
No,
I didn't. Okay.
I just did the background checks, like going to the sheriff's department and getting your fingerprints done. That's what I did.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Now, third.
I make more money off the Con Angels pen pals, the inmates. I make more money off the inmates.
Really? How many people? How many of them actually went? How many of them have you gotten like pen pals for?
Almost all of them. I've got over 200 members.
Wow, 200 members. Yeah. Now I was wanting to talk to you also about your now the rest of them now has been mostly bars with you for the most part.
What?
It was mostly in bars with you for the most part and everything like that. Now, I was going to talk to you. We're going to talk about this Grand Illusions one. Now, the Grand Illusions one. This was a building that exists near the library on North 2nd Street, and this building was modeled like in the 1800s. You said.
Yes, early 1800s, early to mid 1800s. It has been a hotel, a boarding house. It's always been a saloon and restaurant.
Do you know if any, like, because like Hamilton, Ohio is called, there was like a nickname, I was reading this online.
Little Chicago.
Oh yeah, it was called Little Chicago back in the 20s. You know if any gangsters hid out in that place or anything like that?
I would say that there's quite a few that spent the night there when it was a hotel. I can't wait for somebody to find John Dillinger or Al Capone's name wrote in the wall or carved in the wood somewhere upstairs in one of the rooms.
Yeah, there's rumors, right, that he was here. John Dillinger was here.
Yes.
Rumors. They can't prove it, though. Right?
He owned a house, actually, not too far from here.
Oh. Wow. Interesting. 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 So this place has been, saloon, every kind of thing, ambeds. Now, tell people who are not familiar in Hamilton, or who else might watch this video. This was previously owned as the Ambets. What was the Ambets exactly?
American Veterans Association.
So what they do was just like a hangout place for like the veterans or like war veterans?
A club, yes.
Club for
Ambets Club, private club.
So y'all just get together and just talk and hang out and just
one of the commanders is trying to sabotage what I'm doing there. They keep sneaking in, using their keys to back doors where I was told keys never existed.
Interesting. Interesting. Now you plan on opening up a bar here, and this bar here, and have all these people come in and stuff like that. Now you got this party, this little throwaway party, this clean stuff up party and everything else. How many people attend your clean up party to clean up the Ambets to get ready for your little bar?
At least a dozen. It was really nice. It made 100% difference in the place. Just a good cleaning.
Just a good cleaning up. And what kind of stuff they kind of did up there? I mean, what kind of stuff needed to be cleaned up? What did they do?
We swept, we mopped, and we washed everything down and washed the walls. And
was there like a lot of boxes or anything like that need to be taken out? Or?
Yeah, a lot of empty boxes and garbage had to be taken out and thrown in the dumpster. Just the garbage they left behind, a really bad mess, and we cleaned it all up, and it looks like a
Jacob. He films a lot of films in Hamilton, and he is going to do a documentary and help us out getting Deanna's bar going. And we're going to turn off the music and let Jacob tour the rooms and kind of see the before. So what I understand, the Historic Society is going to be involved, and we've got some ghost hunters. The way I hear it is We got a couple ghosts here that they really like to have a shot of whiskey at the bar and there's no problem. So, what's their name? Charlie, and what's the other name?
John.
John and Charlie, we mean no harm. We shall leave the whiskey at the bar and let Jacob take over.
Now, Dale, I want to talk to you about Dale if we can. Can we talk about Dale?
We'd like to.
Yeah, Dale. Now, he's been really with you through this, you know, whole scenario with getting the bar grill and up like that. He's your fiance, I understand. You just got engaged?
For the last year, yeah.
Now, how'd you two meet?
We grew up together and went to school together.
Grew up together and went to school together. So, how'd you get involved? You're married to Deanna?
That's my fiance.
Oh, congratulations. How long have you guys been engaged?
About a year and a half now.
How'd you two meet, may I ask?
I've known her ever since she was a teenager.
Oh, that's a long-ass time. What decade was this?
Huh?
What decade was this?
What, who?
What decade was this that you guys were teenagers?
Oh, back in early 70s.
It's a long time. You guys lived in Hamilton your whole lives? Well, I was wondering, so how'd you get involved in her project? And when did she first come to you about this whole grill thing? She said she's done 6 of these?
She owned a few bars back in the day.
And what bars did she own? And what bars did you do?
Club and on Vine Street, Carthage.
Vine Street?
Yeah.
What's the name of that?
Elmwood Place.
Elmwood Place?
Back on Vine, going towards Carthage. Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Spinnakers. And she owned Cactus Jacks.
And basically, like, what was the one? Was there like ones? I mean, which one was probably the most like successful of the lot? You think?
I think Spinnaker was.
Spinnakers was. Spinnakers, and that was located what, Cincy?
That was out there towards Lebanon.
Oh, towards Lebanon, Monroe, Lebanon. Okay. It still exists.
I think so. I ain't sure though.
Okay, so someone else took it over. Anyway, so what about you come down here, and have you like met any of the 12 News? Because they're talking about, you know, 12 News has followed her over doing this thing, doing all this, you know, followed her like opening this bar and grill and stuff like that. Have you talked to 12 News or any of them?
No.
Or met any of the anchors or anything like that? And are you hoping that maybe like the supposed hauntings also of the grill might bring people in, kind of like Ryan's Tavern? Everyone says Ryan's Tavern's haunted.
Yeah.
Ghost hunters have been here?
Huh?
Ghost hunters have been here?
No, not yet.
Not yet? You gonna bring them in?
I don't know what she's gonna do.
Your bar and grill getting ready to open up for a big place. It's an old place, 1800s place. There's rumors that it's haunted.
Very much so. But I have 2 ghosts that I know of so far.
And tell us about these ghosts. Who are these ghosts that haunt your new bar?
One, his name is John. He's a Union soldier. Probably between ages of 25 and 40. He's in a Union soldier's uniform. And he's there, and his name is John. His last name starts with a V. The other one is Charlie, and I do not know who that one is because I'm not the one that sees him the most. Debbie is the one who
Your
sees
name
him.
is?
My name's Animal.
Animal. Your name is Animal?
Yes.
Like Muppet Babies?
Well, kind of like. My name's actually Donald Donaghy, but they call me Animal.
Okay, so you work here. You're like getting things right here for the Grand Illusions Bar and Grill.
Yes, I am.
And you said you've had haunting experiences here.
Well, yes, I had an unexplained experience. I was working here, and it was quiet. You know, I heard a noise. I was expecting someone to come in and give me a little bit of help. There's a one-way mirror in this front door here, and the other door on the other side of that door was locked. I was expecting a man to come. I heard a noise at the door. I saw a man standing in the door. I just kind of glanced for a minute, and I thought it was my friend Todd. So I clicked the buzzer on the door, and he didn't come in. So I turned around. He was still there. I clicked the buzzer 2 or 3 times, and by the time I came around the bar and went to the door, there was nobody there, and the outside door was locked. So I just kind of shrugged my shoulders and went back to work, and it was about 5 or 10 minutes later, Todd came to the door, and I asked him, you know, is he playing a game with me? He said, no, he just got here. So I don't really know if it was a ghost or not, but it was unexplained. And I do believe in the paranormal, so yeah, that's something to really think about.
Yeah, paranormal experience you had like as a child or as a teenager or anything like that?
Yes, I did as an adult when I lived in Chillicothe in an old farmhouse in a big cornfield. You know, a lot of people think weird about this stuff, but it was an old house that was built in the early 1900s, and if you were by yourself in the house, up in the hall bathroom, very quiet, you could distinctly hear two old women speaking if you listened real good. We'd leave the house sometimes, make sure all the lights were off, we'd come back and the light would be on. And this was, you know, several of us lived there, and very strange things happened in that house at night that we all witnessed, and that truly changed my beliefs in the paranormal.
Okay, want to name another example there? You're talking about there were several things that happened in the house or the place?
Yeah, okay. They woke me up one night, said they heard a noise. There was 4 bedrooms upstairs. One bedroom that was connected to the attic, nobody wanted to stay in. They thought it was a little spooky, okay? There was a noise, and they woke me up. So I cracked my door, and I was looking out the door. And my drummer and my guitar player were both looking out the door down the hall, and they pointed across the hallway. And I watched it, and all of a sudden the door across the hallway started bouncing in a jam. Boom, 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 boom. And it started getting louder and louder, and until it was slamming back and forth in the jam, and then it just quit. And it did that twice. And I didn't feel a draft in the house. And I went back to my room, locked my door, drug my dresser in front of the door, and tried to go back to sleep. Yeah, it was very strange.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what are like things have you like witnessed here? You said lights. You said like lights turn on and off around here.
Yeah.
They said.
Well, yeah. I left here one night and couldn't understand it. Came back the next day. I had locked the place up, and every light on downstairs was on. And we don't know if somebody maybe got in or they just turned back on. It hasn't happened again, so I changed the lock since then, and it's not happened. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that.
So that was circuit acted up, or anything like that, or anything.
I don't know if a circuit acted up, or if somebody came in and turned them all on, or well, I know I wasn't drunk and left them on, so you know.
Yeah. So
which is strange, right? Well, it was unexplained. We didn't know.
And how are you enjoying your thing over here at the grill? I mean, so far as the haunted experiences, how has everything been so far?
It's been ruthless, man. Grueling. It's rough. I'm trying to do a lot of it by myself to save us some money, and you know, it's but the payoff will be in the end. You know, when it all comes together.
Someone's telling me about a soldier around here, like a soldier.
I have no idea. I've heard about it too, but I haven't heard or seen anything about the soldier.
Like a stick figure, like standing over people or something like that, or
no,
whatever.
I haven't seen anything like that. Haven't seen any shadow people, or I haven't even heard anything.
Were you hoping it? I mean, it's people say it's haunted. You afraid of it hurting its business?
No, not at all. No. If it is haunted, you just have to learn how to live with the entity, you know, in peace. You know, there's nothing you can do if there is such a thing, and they're stuck between whatever existences that they're here for a reason. They're stuck for a reason, and they're I'm sure that they're unhappy that they're here. You know, and you just have to understand that that's the way it is. There's nothing you can do about it, and you got to kind of.
Thank you so much, sir. You've been a big help.
No problem. Thank you.
I was going to ask you about how you were shot. You know. Long time ago. The news got involved pretty quickly. You formed a relationship with Deborah Dixon from 12 News.
Yes.
And when you first met this woman, how did you guys, you know, first? When did she attend like your place, or how did you guys first encounter each other, Deborah Dixon? When she first
the shooting.
But yeah, I'm talking about your first meeting. Was at your place, or did they send you go over to her place, or did you?
I'm not sure, but it was. She did the interviews on the shooting. And May will be the 20th anniversary of being shot in armed robbery of my business by my ex-husband.
Oh, okay.
It was a premeditated murder.
Oh, and he's in prison.
Yes.
For how? I don't mind you asking, but it kind of shapes your life. It shapes who you are. How much time did he get?
He got 31 to 65 years for shooting me, and 15 to life for killing a girl.
Did you? Let me think here. When you were shot,
they said I died.
They said you died, basically.
They brought me back.
They brought you back. They brought you back from, like you were like dead or on arrival, and they brought you back. They, you know,
yes,
jump-started you back up. Yeah.
More like kick-started.
Kick-started you. You're a tough bird. You keep on opening your businesses no matter what happened, huh?
That's what they tell me.
Yep, just keep on going. So Deborah Dixon, you met, and she's followed your story along. Now, have you talked on the phone quite a bit about over the years?
She's going to cover the story of the grand opening for this one. We're trying to get Dennis DeYoung from the Sticks to do the grand opening ceremony either in person or via satellite.
Usually when they bring up like the news people to interview, how many people they just send up? They send up her and a camera person, or they send like several people in the crew, or?
I know Channel 12, Channel 9, Channel 19, they all want the story, but I promise it's Deborah first. So she'll do the first one, then all the rest will follow.
Congratulations on your business.
Congratulations on your haircut.
Yeah.